Alright, welcome back. This is the current challenge reset. So right now, the current challenge is for Skull King Triple H. And you can see here that we've completed the standard mode. We're an expert. There's a few fights finished in challenge 1 to show you that we've made some progress.
And we have 51 credits.
Right. So the idea of this is for people who are new. I mean, if you're not new, this is just telling you, yeah, it works. One of the two methods, whichever one is good for you, is fine. So you can look at our previous WWE Immortals challenge reset. For the people who are new here, the idea of this is that you can reset your progress in a challenge at any point. You get to keep the character and any other rewards that you've already earned.
And it just lets you do it all again to get your rewards all again.
Right, so you can get extra copies of the challenge character. Because the only thing that changes is your progress. You just keep your character, and then you can fully promote him up to E7.
Yeah.
So, like we say a lot of times, we are doing this, it's Android only, and it's not necessarily every Android device. Some people are still reporting problems with their particular device, but it seems like it's less of a problem with Immortals than it was with Injustice, which is what we do mostly.
So most, but not all, devices.
So if this one method is not working, consider trying the other method that we've got, because this is the sort of the cleaner, straightforward one that does not give you enough credits to finish the challenge at standard level, which you need 63 credits for. This will give you 50.
Which is close, but...
Right. So we go back here, and you see the challenge on the left. We're on the main page, and what you want to do is go to your settings. Turn off Wi-Fi if you're connected by Wi-Fi. Turn off your data by going to airplane mode if you're on data. I can't remember when this challenge is over.
Just turn it for like a month.
Yeah. And you turn it to time when the challenge would be expired.
But not too far, because if you go into the shop while you're on time shifted forward, you will lose all of your gold packs until the day after
your discount gold
the date
packs,
you switch it to. Yeah. So...
Yeah, the key is... don't go into your store while you have time shifted forward. Just remember that. Other question that's common is, will you get banned? Yeah. We don't know, but we haven't been banned yet.
We've used reset hundreds of times, and we have not been banned. We have not seen anybody say that they've gotten banned because of this. So, the answer that we think is probably likely is no, but you can never be 100% sure.
Right. So, and if it's going to fail, typically it's going to fail at this step. It has, again, with Immortals, it's actually been easier and more consistent than Injustice. If it's going to fail, the number of days remaining in the challenge should
say
drop to
16,000 something, if it's wrong.
So we're going to wait on the screen for a full minute. And the idea of that is that when we go back into the challenge, what's going to happen is two things. One, it's going to give us 25 credits. Second thing, which won't happen until a few other steps later, it's trying to say that the challenge is over. It won't be, because we're going to make a few more adjustments. So the first step is we wait a full minute, and then we'll enter the challenge. It will give us 25 credits, and we won't confirm it. We'll play around with the data a little bit and come back to this. So the idea of this one is, which one did I say we were going to do?
You said the straightforward one.
Oh, never mind, I lied. We're going to do the one that gets us enough credits. We're going to get 75 credits on this. And that's more than enough to finish the standard difficulty challenge. Yeah, you know what? The reason why I started off on the wrong screen, if you want to do the other method that we did with the last Macho Man challenge.
You start off in the challenge stage.
Right.
But if you want to see that, you can look at our previous challenge reset.
Yeah, now this was the original method we started with. Oh, has it been a minute already? Yeah, it has. There we go. So we do not confirm. Go back to your settings. Bring it back to the present. Alright, so the reason why it wasn't working for most people, the first time I believe it was the Brock Lesnar challenge, maybe it was one, I can't remember. Yeah. It was one of them. It stopped working because it looked like they had a different splash screen for the WWE events where they had the online challenge with a special gear.
Yeah.
And that was actually what caused the problem, right? That's right, WrestleMania. So it stopped. It meant that challenge would disappear. The little button at the bottom on the title page would disappear. So now we can hit confirm. It's going to want to expire it. Alright, we confirm that. Let's try and confirm it again. Alright, so it's completely clean, but we've also got
25 credits instead of 51, like we had before.
Right. So what we're going to do again now is we're going to go back, come here, we're going to change our date to a date in the future when the challenge expired. Oh, I should have paid attention to see when it was going to be over. And we're back. So that was what was screwing up, because that was our original method. It's, again, it's the easiest because you don't have to grind for extra credits. And it was working fine for Immortals, and the only thing was that extra splash screen. So once that season was over, it started working again.
So yeah. It's kind of interesting how this, because it is a glitch, it's the smaller things that you might not necessarily think of that sometimes mess with it and cause problems.
Yeah. Well, that is the hardest thing, right? I mean, the idea is that there are things that happen that are, so here we start counting off a minute. There are things that happen that are unexpected. The hardest part is getting them to reproduce them.
Yeah.
With any kind of consistency.
And this is done pretty well for that.
Yeah. Alright, so, and to answer the questions that are inevitably going to be asked, how do we get so many power credits? Take a look at the season rewards glitch, which is still working as of today.
And that's huge for getting all the stuff that we have.
Yeah. I mean, really, the biggest part at this point is getting the gear. The number of bits of materials, not shards, but I guess in Immortals they call it materials, that you need to level up your gear and augment them and make them better.
It's just so high.
Huge.
Yeah, you need 3 purple shards to evolve instead of just 1. Well, 3 purple material.
Yeah. Alright, so we're counting down to another 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. See, our credit total went up another 25.
So that's 50.
And then that is as much as we're going to be doing on this.
Turn back Wi-Fi.
Because that's how we're connected.
And now it's the locking in the challenge reset so it doesn't reset itself again when we close it, and also getting the last 25 credits.
Right. So what happens when you do this challenge reset is that if you just leave it at that and that's all you do, if the app, if Immortals shuts down,
when you come back in, all your progress will reset again.
Yeah. So all your whatever fights you've completed, all done. And if you could sit there and finish the whole thing all at once, then it would sort of be doing the work for you. The problem really is that it might shut down at any point.
Yeah, crashing.
Yeah. Alright.
Theoretically, if you wanted to do it all in one sitting, it would do the reset for you a second time for free, but we don't rely on that because mistakes happen and it's just frustrating.
Okay. So what we actually need to do, you don't have to do this. The next step, the next critical step is actually shutting this down, swiping it out of your list of apps, and then opening again. The problem we've run into is every once in a while, it doesn't actually work the way it's supposed to. What happens every once in a while is that it resets back to 25 or even 0, and so you don't have your full 75. So what will fix that is doing one battle before you completely shut it down.
And then shutting it down.
Yeah, so we're just picking one really, really easy battle so we can be done with it fast. Fast being the relative word here because we're working with a relatively slow device. This is running Android 4.1.2.
Oh.
Wow, he's slow, eh?
Yeah, really slow.
There we go. Okay.
Was that a pirouette?
It was. They all do that when they get knocked out. Alright.
It all seems a little bit, just ever so slightly ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it would be actually nicer if they didn't have them physically all the same. They've got everybody really big and bulky. Alright, so we're done with this. Notice we've got 51. We gotta shut it down. Swipe it out. And restart it. When we start it, we'll have 50. We enter the challenge one more time. We get our last 25 credits. And that's all you need. You need 63. We'll have 75 credits. You need 63 to finish standard. You just keep on repeating standard. You can get as many copies of Skull King Triple H as you want.
Yeah, so I think what's actually probably happening when we close it and open it again, we actually are triggering that reset that we want to avoid, except we're triggering it while there's no progress. Because when you do that reset, it resets all your progress, but it also keeps you at the number of credits you had before.
That's right.
So I think what we're doing here is actually we're just force triggering it when it doesn't matter to us.
I think you're absolutely right.
When it makes absolutely no difference.
So we gotta go to play once to come back to bring the challenge. We got our 51 credits. We enter the challenge one more time.
And 25 extra credits.
25 extra credits.
76 now. More than enough to complete the challenge.
Right. So, this is probably the best method right now. It stopped working temporarily when the WrestleMania event was happening because it was giving us a second splash page. And without the splash page showing up, the challenge wouldn't show up and it would sort of disappear, and that's what was giving us trouble.
Yeah.
So that's it. So, yeah. If you have any questions that are specific to Apple devices, we don't work with Apple. Maybe if you want to ask and see if one of our other viewers has some experience with Apple, but our suspicion is that this does not work.
With Apple.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So, oh, and later today, we're actually also going to be posting a video on playing WWE Immortals online and how it's relatively simple to win without having maximal gear.
Yeah.
It's more important just to have some gear with the abilities, and some of them are augmented, and some of them aren't even augmented even a little bit. So stay tuned. We're posting up a couple today, simply because the challenge reset is more of a time-sensitive kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's something that we have to post bonus in addition to our regular schedule.
So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you a little bit later today.
Bye.